G'day guys, hope you're all doing well. This string of videos will bring you my top 10 official base locations for each Genesis Part 1 biome. The first 5 will be for established tribes who can afford to splurge the materials. The last 5 will be locations for when you are just starting out or transferring from another server and need a tucked away location for you and your Bloodstalker before building up your defenses. None of the locations in these videos will be in mission zones, underwater or in caves. If any of these tickle your fancy, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Starting from the in-game rated easiest to hardest biomes. Alrighty guys, first position over here at 59.6, 47.5. There we are on the map as a reference guide in the top right hand corner, over in the blizzard zone, underneath these what looks to be some kind of icicle sort of formation, no doubt formed by the blizzard's direction and whatnot. So nice and covered from the top, fairly hard to get to because it's nice and tall, so you know, just an awkward, relatively half decent base, should be fairly easy to defend. Just a couple of things, skiffs, maybe reapers, gas bags, etc. It's up here against the world border, so yeah, nicely tucked away. That's sort of how you'd want it to be. And yeah, we'll move on to location number 2. Alrighty guys, location number 2, very similar to the first. You're going to be next to one of these formations, and at 59.6, I think that's the same as the previous one at 45.8. So again, at the world border. So you're building it on the very end of one of these icicles here, so makes it a little bit nicer, gives you more build space. Can only be attacked from essentially maybe one direction, because you can't be attacked really from above, maybe a little bit from below, and obviously not against the world border. So yep, another nice little sort of awkward location if you can manage to sort of snag this the end of this icicle here. And we'll move on to location number 3. And here at number 3, very similar to the other ones, except this time we've gone to the bottom right of the map. Again, around these icicle formations, as they provide a good natural cover. 79.0, 45.0. There we are on the map as a reference guide. So, just having another look around at the surroundings. So this time we've got a bit of cover from below. You can put some dinos down here and fence them off. You can use this as a breeding area. It's obviously not very far away from where the cliff platform is placed. Got plenty of space up above. And if you really wanted to, I believe these areas up here can also be built on, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so these areas here can also be built on. This section here is ever so slightly inside a build zone, so whether or not that will affect you guys in being able to build on the platform itself, I'm not entirely certain. I'm hoping not, but if it does, just scooch the cliff platform across just a little bit, but apart from that it shouldn't be too bad. It also means that if you can't build on this platform, then people who wish to raid you also can't fob up, say, down here or anything like that, because it's going to be inside a mission area. So, you know, bonuses and pros and cons. So with that one out of the way, we'll now move on to location number 4. Alright, so here we are at location number 4, 78.9, 32.1. There we are on the map as a reference guide. So this time I've stayed away from the world borders, and instead using this section here of cliff faces to get the location sort of nicely tucked away. Got a nice little area down here if you wish to put down the fence supports, those 2 uprights that can barrier off the area around here. And then if you have a tech generator, obviously you can put turrets down here as well if you so wish. So nice sort of cliff barriers and whatnot, and you can't build anything up here. It's going to be obstructed. Oh, hello. You might be able to place a few bits of spam up here if you want. I didn't think you're going to be able to build too much around here, just due to how the cliff is sort of facing, but it seems as though you can mesh just a little bit inside here. So that'll be nice if you guys want to block spawns or block people from bringing out a fob up onto you. And obviously with the mission zone right here, they can't fob up on this side, and they can't fob up too far back behind you. So if you span this area with a few foundations and the fence foundations, then you should be sort of quite safe from anyone fobbing up on you. Alright, so here at number 5, 78.7, 12.8. There we are on the map as a reference guide, so nice and sort of tucked away in the far left-hand corner of the map. It's probably closer to spawn zones, to be perfectly honest. Just realized there's a crease in the middle of the map. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. So here we are against the world border. Managed to find this little tucked away cliff around here. So nice and high, so people aren't going to be able to sort of reach it easily. As again, skiffs and gas bags. You have an area up here if you so wish to build on it. If not, then just place down some spam and you should be fine. But personally, I'd probably be using this area as a breeding ground. Just make sure it's enclosed nicely, or else people will probably try and grief you and just snipe your tames, because that's what people do. So, yep, close to a spawn area, so if you were to die or aren't able to spawn back in your bed for whatever reason, hopefully you won't be too far away from a spawn point. Just have a fob or a 1x1 somewhere out in the forest, grab some supplies and continue defending your base if you were to be raided. And now let's move on to location 6. Alright, so the last half of the locations, as I said in the intro of the video, that the first 5 are going to be for established tribes, and the last 5 are going to be for people who are just trying to build up, or if you only just need a fob, a place to be able to spawn in at, close to where your main base is, anything along those lines, or close to an enemy base, close to resources, whatever your situation may be. So here at number 6, whoa, hello there Precoptodon, where the hell did you come from? Okay, right, casual 150 Precoptodon that's mate boosted. So here at 87.3, 42.0, there we are on the map in the bottom right, so we're in the blizzard zone. So just going to have to be careful. Okay, so that's the, yeah, so world border, so obviously protected from that angle. Off in the corner, got a bit of an overhang, so this area can be hidden, just as long as you don't build too big. And you get a free Precoptodon when you build in this area, apparently. So, not a lot to really say about the area. Obviously, if it's found, it's quite easily raided. Hopefully, if you can sort of build it efficiently. I do have a couple of build videos on my channel that can show you some compact ways in building a 2x1. If you don't want to splurge as many resources, then that's fine. There's still some fairly efficient early game builds. If you wish to just build it out of stone, again, completely up to you. So, yep, now we'll move on to location number 7. Alright, location number 7. 87.4, 39.5. There we are on the map as a reference guide. So again, we are in the blizzard zone. I've gone up against the world border once again because it's just nice protection to have there. Not very often you sort of get maps that will allow you to build against the world border. Valgueroas are probably another big one that comes to mind, and of course Genesis. So, with the surrounding area, you're nice and high. There is a lot of area for which people can sort of fob up on you, but I'd like to think that you wouldn't build too big to try and avoid suspicion. Obviously building behind trees, because trees don't de-render regardless of distance, as you can see based on the trees that I've got around me. Actually, that area there may not have been too bad for a one of the established tribe areas, that sort of pinnacle there, but doesn't matter. So, just building behind the trees, trying to stay out of sight, gather the resources or tame the creature you want, and then teleport to Ocean East to get out of the map. So that's about all I can say in regards to it. It's purely just for incognito, starting off, just a place for you to be able to spawn in at without needing to rely on the RNG of how the spawn system works when you're teleporting in. So let's move on to location number 8. Alright, so location number 8 sees us at 69.0, 12.7. There we are on the map as a reference guide, so now we're closer to the spawn zones, out of the blizzard area, up against this world border here, next to this mountain. So again, quite hidden and compact. Hopefully you'll be able to make a nice 2x1 in this area. And this, as you can clearly see, relatively high off the ground, so noobs and stuff shouldn't be able to get to you. This is obviously built with official settings, so you can see that it is able to be placed here. We're not in a mission zone. And on the other side of this, just if that one isn't quite right for you, there is another section around here somewhere that I've built in. Ah, here it is. So we got a little bit more than a 2x1. I do believe that you can? Yes, you can. Okay, so you can still place down walls along the sides here, just for you guys, just in case you're looking at going on, it looks a bit low, but you can indeed place down walls. So, you could do a little bit bigger than a 2x1 here, but obviously you can only go 1 story tall, hence why I added in the extra foundation. But this is sort of location 8B, if you will. And now we'll move on to location number 9. Alright, so location number 9 is at 86.8, 21.1. There we are on the map as a reference guide. So this area is obviously just nicely covered in. I believe you'd be able to go further back. Oh no, it's obstructed. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, nonetheless, bit of diamond storage at the back. You know, stick your Bloodstalker at the back while you do your thing inside your base. Just as a easy, run-of-the-mill 2x1. There's nothing overly fancy about it. It's just a nice spot, close to a world border. So you're just going to be tucked away inside that corner there. So, no one's really going to see you from above. What's that? Oh, it's a polar bear. So, obviously they're not going to be coming from this direction over here because it is blocked off by the cliffs. So the only way to get in and out is via Bloodstalker, and you're going to be coming around to this area here. So this area I don't actually mind because these rocks here, these shiny rocks, that's oil. So obviously you've got metal nodes as well, and you've got stone, and clearly plenty of trees. So you have every resource you can imagine. These little black bushes here that you can see, if you have a theory, then these are also used to gather, you know, rare flowers and what have you. So yeah, personally, I do enjoy this location. I think that in terms of if you can build the 2x1 efficiently and correctly, which you can go 2 walls high with it because it is quite a tall ceiling, then you should have all the resources at your disposal. Just obviously don't harvest anything around this area here, for the sake that just in case someone looks at it and goes, oh, this looks a little bit bare, and you know, goes to have a snoop because there's no trees or bushes around or rocks. So yeah, take that for what you will, but yeah, this area here quite nice for early game resources. Should you find yourself in the snow biome or Arctic biome, and obviously plenty of creatures to either tame or kill depending on what your needs are, and plenty of aggressive Microraptors. Alright, so with that one out of the way, we'll now move on to location number 10. Alright, so location number 10, 85.8, 25.9, and there we are on the map as a reference guide. Okay, so now I know I've done the coordinates, so that's good. What do we got? We got a 1x1 inside this very tight-fitting nook. Right, it's been a while since I've actually placed down these locations. I've been sort of procrastinating making the video, but nonetheless, let's have a look around and see why I chose it. Oh, okay, so if you can build it correctly, you can easily go 2 walls high. You should be able to go 2 walls high, hopefully. Yep, okay. So 2 walls high, for those of you who don't know how to do a 2 wall high sort of design, I do have a video in a 1x1x2, just to sort of get you started. It'll see you get a preserving bin, a couple of beds, a couple of smithies, a couple of forges, etc. It's up to you as to how you want to place it all down. Just having a look around the general area, so plenty of trees, plenty of shrubs. We've got metal around, and just in case people don't know, which you probably do by now, but just in case you don't, these pink bushes are actually trees. You can smack these with a oh, will this work? Oh, I don't have any gas, and I can't be bothered spawning it in. Alright, never mind. But nonetheless, so you got the metal, trees to put into your forges, that'll get you your charcoal. Got plenty of creatures around, just in case you need meat. Zodiac. Got wolves. Alright, so this area might be a little bit sort of hostile, but that's fine. So I'll leave the video there. I think I've made my point in regards to why I've chosen this location. I think you might be able to fit a Bloodstalker back here actually, if you just let it sit here. But nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning into the video, and I will see you for the ocean biome vid.